Hello again and welcome to Ndudu by Fafa.
Hello again and welcome to my creative African cooking channel Ndudu by Fafa. My name is Fafa Gilbert. Now today's dish, I'm taking it to the Kwahu Mountains. Yes, okay, that's the eastern region part of Ghana. And it's such a beautiful place. It's a must visit. How do I know about it? Because I spent at least 5 years of my life there in Bright, so I did my own levels. So yes, definitely, yeah. You didn't know, I do. So now you're finding out. There's no difference anyway. But yes, my experience in life is actually varied. And I love that because it inspires everything that I do.
Particularly when it comes to sourcing ingredients for my recipes and also knowing what to cook. So you see, every experience becomes a lesson in life at some point. So the main ingredients that differentiates this light soup to any other light soup are these beans. I really wish I knew the English name, but I know locally they're known as Ejia. If you do know the English name, please leave your comments below. I tried, but I think I have to keep researching. But if you can point me in the right direction, absolutely, I'd love you for that. One particular interesting characteristic of these beans is the fact that it's bitter. I know. So when you cook it, it doesn't become sweet as normal beans. It's actually bitter. So you need to discard the water. Now I cooked this in 2 liters of water for about an hour and a half. Obviously I forgot to soak the beans. This was actually a recipe done on the whim. And yeah, I cooked it till it was soft. So you see that the water becomes darker. The beans actually also becomes darker, as you can see. And it's perfect now that I can grind in my asanka. But anyway, moving on. So at this point in time, I have placed water in a saucepan on a medium heat. And I'm slicing 3 medium-sized garden eggs. Garden eggs are the same as aubergines. It's just a different species, may I say. So if you don't have access to the pearl-looking ones, you can use the normal, darker purple ones, but just peel the skin off and you're fine and good to go. So as I said, I've got my water, I've added my garden eggs, and I'm now adding some chilies. This is just going to be an aromatic broth. I'm adding my onions, I'm going to add some tomatoes as well, and my smoky tilapia fish. Then again, you can use any smoked fish that is readily available to you. However, my favorite smoked fish is tilapia because it has a distinct taste. And because this is just a natural flavor-packed dish, I ensure I use the best of ingredients that gives it the maximum impact. So yeah, try the smoked tilapia, you might love it. Now you need to keep an eye on your stock, because just after 5 to 6 minutes, your tilapia will start splitting, the smoked tilapia that is, and you need to take it out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the skins and bones out of the fish, and I'm going to place the fish back in.
So this soup, I'll tell you what, is a perfect balance of flavors. Because it's got this slight bitterness, but the sweetness, and it's savory, it's got that umami flavor. Just say, Mediaba, Unza, go for a second, cover them in soup, can mentum. We drew Unza. But it won't quite name Bremo. Well, of course, with time do twist, no, don't frown, just love it. Maka, I said with Makaka, Mihunye, Minimsa, Bawdia, Jimiswai.
So my vegetables are cooking for another 4 minutes, just so it softens up. At this point, you can blend all these ingredients together. It's easier and quicker. But I just wanted to do some ketchup, as I always like to do, So I decided to use the asanka. So I did grind the idrial, the beans in the asanka, add in the chilies and the garden eggs, and I was just like, doing my thing. And I think later I realized that, look, what was the point in it? But I think I just wanted to, feature a little bit of culture, as you do. The most interesting thing about the asanka, which is the clay bowl that you can see here with internal ridges, is we use it both as a grinder, as you can see here with the pestle, the wooden pestle, and it also serves as a bowl. So we serve dishes in, and I think like Jamie Oliver and stuff, they've actually used these beautiful clay bowls in serving their dishes. So definitely, if you do see any, please buy them because they're really, really good and versatile and quite good. So yes, I gave up and I succumbed to the blender, as you can see here. Just adding the onions, the tomatoes that are now softened and cooked. And guess what? Yes, I'm adding my grounded aubergine, or may I say garden eggs, with my beans mixture, which is spicy at the moment. I'm adding everything together. Added a bit of water to it, and I'm going to blend it till it's very smooth. The reason is I'm trying to extract the flavors out of all the ingredients that I've combined. At this point, it didn't look that appetizing, but I'll tell you one thing, this is just flavor packed. This is just flavors. You can see it's just dark, rich, and I'm using the strainer. And I could see some particles of the tomato as well in there. So I'm just grabbing that back in, because you want a smooth soup. But then again, I'll be texturizing it later as I do, me and my shenanigans. But that's going to be optional. And as I said, you can use different smoked fish of your choosing. But do try the tilapia. You might just fall in love with it. Now look how dark this stock is, or may I say broth. It is infused with natural flavors. Me now, I was looking at it, I was like, yeah, it doesn't look appetizing now, but I like the way it looks. The texture actually of the soup, it's somewhat creamy as well because of the inclusion of the beans. So now for that added color and also that sweetness, I'm adding some tomato paste, or tomato puree, may I say. And I'm going to mix everything together till it's well combined. So as you can see, this broth holds a lot. The flavors in there are both bitter, sweet, just so. So normally when we have the Guinean light soup, traditionally it's lighter, absolutely. It has more of a tomatoey, refreshing, spicy taste. Whereby with this, it has a depth of flavor because it balances the sweetness of the tomato by the inclusion of the beans. Now, what I'm doing is optional. I'm separating the fish from the bones because the guests that I do have definitely do not like to see like fish bones in their soup and stuff like that. But you can leave it whole. So at this point, if you're using it whole, you can place it back in your soup. And yes, we're going to continue because even though the skin and everything looks like it's splitting, the fish still needs a bit of cooking. So yeah. Now, if you think that I'm going to be throwing the bones away, no. There's no waste in my house, especially when this is like my last smoked fish. So I will remake another stock out of this because there's still flavors in there that one can extract. I hope you're liking the video so far. Thumbs up if you do. My broth has been boiling for about 15 minutes and it has that right consistency. Now I do know that I only have one tilapia left, so I had to add some of my, beef to it. So I had steamed some beef earlier and I'm just adding a few pieces. The reason why I've chosen beef is beef doesn't have a stronger taste, so it's not going to overpower this dish. And yes, so I've just added my steamed beef to it. But equally, you can just use your fish. And now I'm adding the fish pieces. Now you see, this is flavor. Flavor, protein flavor. Yeah, come. We have some salted beef. Actually, if you've got some salted beef, add a little bit to it. Or add some Koobi, because that makes a big difference as well. So I've just added some blended ginger, aniseed, and garlic, as you saw earlier, just about 1 tablespoonful. And I'm just going to allow this to, just bubble away and get the infusions in. So it just works perfectly. My soup is almost done at this stage, but I'm adding my salt to taste, ensuring that I do feel when I am adding salt, because I think I do miss that a lot. Now at this point, I'm adding some chopped fresh onions to my soup, because I like my soup textured and it adds that extra flavor to it. You can blend this if you wish to keep that smoothness of the soup, but I do like the onions because it gives that little crunch as well. And of course I'm adding my garden eggs. I think the soup is slightly thicker now. I'm going to add a bit of water and cook this for another 5 minutes, because then the garden eggs would have cooked just perfectly. And quite me say me diaba we nanya ntoko no akope fufu bi edi na unnim fufu bi a me de bon kwan we a kabkasi akwa we ko high drain dodo unza. So what did I say? Anyway, I'm adding my green chilies here, just for that, it gives it that beautiful color, and also for that aromatic flavor. And also if somebody wants it spicier, they can break that chili in. So back to my interpretation, I'll just say, I like pushing the boundaries all the time. And in this case, it's no exception. And I'll tell you something, this soup was just incredible. So I've added a bit of water just to allow the garden eggs to also cook, and just to make the consistency a little bit lighter and not as thick, but you can keep it as thick as you want. Now I'm adding some fresh basil. You can use the Ghanaian basil, which is known as the akoko mesa. Yes, it's incredible. It's fragrant and it just gives this dish another dimension of flavor. It's just like, it ain't. Trust me, when you try it, you're gonna say, thank you, Ndudu. I need to do this now, don't I? This is not any other food. This is Ndudu by Fafa Unza.
This soup looks good. It smells incredible, and I can't wait to actually enjoy this with my green banana fufu. I know, if you watched my previous video of my informal conversation with Tilapia, she did mention that she uses green bananas. Remember that part? Yes, for her fufu. So I'm going to be trying that recipe today. So yeah, good luck.
And here we have the pièce de résistance. Yes, you've got the Kwahu Mountain Light soup. You've got the banana fufu, which is coming up next. So you need to tune in. If you've not clicked that subscribe button, it's about time you did so now. I would leave the list of ingredients and measurements on my blog, indudubyfafa.blogspot.com. Do check me out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat as well, I know. Until next time, take care of you, be nice, be beautiful, and thank you for watching.